Hey, what's up guys? Tibixi here with a next update on the Frost Bomber. So this will be the last but one video, because I mean I guess it makes sense to show you guys one more video when the build's actually completely finished, but for now, I mean I kind of didn't want to make a video right now, but I figured the upgrades made were big enough that it warranted showcasing you guys. Also, if I die because I'm showing you guys this MTX, gonna be a bit upset, because in all reality, even though this makes it look fucking insane, right, you're probably not gonna play it with this MTX because it's almost unplayable. Like at this point in my character progression, I'm kind of chilling, right? Like usually things die before they actually get to me, and when there's like one mob or something, I can basically out leech region and whatever. But it's like almost impossible to see things. Like for example, those bears over there, like very hard to see them. So I'll play half a map like this and then I'm gonna swap, because maybe there's people who don't want to see their eyes explode in front of them every 0.1 second. But yeah, anyhow, so today we did some fun stuff, and we actually got to the point where we're overlapping our damage now, which means that we actually created some single target. It's not like it's, because my gear is not great, outside of me stacking an insane amount of AoE. It's not great. But I mean, I think I have like probably 5 to 7 million actual single target, like not really conditional single target, which is pretty good. Considering you get this amount of clear, like, you know, I would argue that this is some S tier clear. Sadly, I'm not super zoomy. Hey, 7 leagues card. But yeah, so you have this amount of clear, and you can do things like harvest, like I show you, right? Like it's kind of no issue. Like it doesn't matter what spawns, you just, well, as long as you aim on top of it, it should like not be an issue. This guy is giga tanky, right? Like, it's like 10 million HP or something, I don't know, or 20 million, who knows, dude. Super tanky mob. And like, he just dies, because like, yeah, we now overlap, and overlaps are good. Because overlaps mean you do 5 times the DPS you should be doing. I mean, not 5 times, because you're obviously cascading, but... yeah, extra life doesn't matter. They just die, right? But yeah, so you can do things like this. I've also been spamming Expedition. Also, no issues with that whatsoever. That's pretty great. Ideally, or not ideally, but also what's nice is that when there's like one mob... oh, that's a scary guy. When there's like one mob who doesn't do like dumb shit like that, you can generally just stand there and right click, and you probably won't die. Which you can see, right? I've gained XP, which I hadn't before, but today's been a good day. I don't think I've actually died much. That's a ritual right there. Just stand there and you hold your button down and things die. Your life is great. I also realized I said I was going to turn off the MTX halfway the map. I kind of forgot, so I'll do it now. You guys can see what it looks like when you're not playing with... oh, oops, that was the wrong MTX. So you guys can see what it looks like when you're not playing with like visually blinding stuff, right? Yeah, that is kind of, you know, doable, where you can like see what you're doing at least, right? Anyhow, so we bought the helmet, like I said, we bought the +1 power charge helmet instead of going for the heat shiver corruption because I couldn't afford it. And the +1 power charge was only a few percent worse than an actual heat shiver in damage, but since we have a ton of scaling, AoE scaling, it was 2% less damage but way more AoE. About the AoE, since we're actually overlapping now, which I don't have power charges, but if I have power charges we overlap. This is because we employed the tech of the charms. I have 3-4% charms, which I picked up super cheap because I was very early with getting them. And then obviously the carcass jack with the empower. I personally wouldn't want to use these links, but I'm kind of forced to. Like, I can't drop the power charge on critical because I need power charges. I can't drop the Woke Spell Cascade either, right? Because Woke Spell Cascade I'm running an ink AoE, which is a placeholder. I'm trying to figure out the new strategy, but I mean, I'm overlapping now, so it's good. And then the empowers here because I need to scale the level from the Frost Bomb to get base radius. If you don't have the empower, your radius will be too small to overlap. And the last one is Echo, which I kind of don't want to run. I would like to swap this out for a less duration, but you can't do that right now because the Frost Bomb of Instability is bugged. If you don't echo it, it'll miss costs. So there's that. So yeah, we linked the Carcass Jack today, which is one of the big reasons for the upgrades. Swapped the helmet out, and then I crafted this ring with like 2 essences just because I wanted dex, so I could save a ton of skill points. Like I had this dex node and these 2 dex nodes before, which I now saved. And then I bought a Polar Activestation not too long ago, like a few hours ago. Other than that, I also bought boots and I got action speed because I felt super slow. Because while my clear went up, my movement speed didn't, right? And I still feel kind of slow, but I mean, I guess that's witch life, witch with no shield life. There's just nothing you can do, right? Like I don't know what I would do to go faster, besides wearing a mage blood. But yeah, all in all, I think the build actually turned out to be really good. It has single target now. It has insane amounts of clear, and it has the capability of blowing up mechanics, which generally are a bit of a struggle for, well, early league builds or cheaper builds. Like if you can just stand in the middle of an expedition or a ritual and hold right click, that's pretty nice, right? So that being said, there will be a last video because we hope to see numbers in POB, and when we have numbers in POB, we're actually going to math out exactly how much breakpoints we need and what we exactly need and how budgety we can make it, so we get the overlaps and you guys can actually do a single target. But we figured we needed to show this because at least we can show you that the build is functional and we can get it to an operating point where it actually destroys mapping content. And now with next few hours, I would say, or well, one day, I'm going to try and see where I can find damage to like get it to actually do numbers, right? Because we invested everything into AoE to get the overlaps, and we have them now. But now, like every single damage that we made is like 5-fold, right? So that's pretty good. Anyhow, if you have any questions, as per usual, we're on the Discord. Written guides on PoE Vault. I'll link the guide in below or below like usual. And I will catch you guys with the last video for this Frost Bomb in like a couple of days. Thanks for watching. See ya.